Hi, my name is Samantha Sandoval, student number 000350802. A brief history of cosmetics. Beauty has always been in the eye of the beholder. Social and religious ethics, or the desire for human perfection, has spawned the birth of the use of cosmetics. Cosmetics have survived the rigors of time and are globally accepted in many forms. However, the meanings and the use of cosmetic products have changed throughout history. The composition of cosmetics has evolved as well, from simple ingredients to complex chemical combinations that ultimately put the safety of modern cosmetics into question. Cosmetic history has been diverse and its compositions varied, but the quest for aesthetics and appearance is here to stay, as a brief history of cosmetic usage will reveal. Beginning around 3500 BC, one of the first recorded use of cosmetics came from the ancient Egyptian culture. Beauty was believed to be next to holiness. Women and men applied these simple enhancements, and the enhancements were thought to have magical powers. The most recognizable use of this type of cosmetics is evident in the hieroglyphics from this period. Kohl, black eyeliner, was placed around the eye in an almond shape. This was deliberate, as the shape was to resemble the falcon eye of god Horus. The eye of Horus was believed by ancient Egyptians to have magical protective powers derived from the myth of the Battle of Horus, Manichi 34. Green eye paint was also a popular cosmetic choice made from green carbonate of copper. No religious link to the green shadow has been found. Biblical women who are mentioned in the New Testament adorned themselves using cosmetics for more intimate purposes. When Jehu came to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her eyes and adorned her head. Kings 9:30, New American Standard. To become personally appealing, oiling the hair and using the kohl liner were common practices. The Book of Esther from the Old Testament also mentions various cosmetic and beauty treatments used by the queen. Men dictated the philosophy of beauty in ancient Rome. Men were not as accepting of cosmetic usage. The wealthy women of Rome would apply cosmetics in private rooms where men were not allowed to enter. Despite women exaggerating their makeup due to poor lighting, they still wanted to seem natural, as it was a sign of chastity. Cosmetics in ancient Rome, no date. Due to the poor quality of most of the makeup, the result was a product that did not smell good. In Roman society, smelling good was a sign of good health, which was considered most attractive. Colognes and perfumes were applied heavily to cover up the odors. Many of these makeup views lasted for hundreds of years, with little variation on use and composition. For Western cultures, the true turning point for cosmetics came in the 1920s. Manufacturers began producing mass quantities, which plummeted the price, making cosmetics much more affordable for the masses. The 1920s saw the emergence of liquid nail polish, brightly colored lipstick, powder compacts, and compact blushes. The 20s also ushered in the sun-kissed tan look. Coco Chanel was quoted as saying, "A girl simply has to be tanned." Variety 2014. The statement gave way to the practice of tanning and tinted foundations. The 1930s brought prosthetics into the cosmetic world with the introduction of false eyelashes. Pencil-thin eyebrows were also of high fashion, and the eyebrow pencil came onto the scene. Mascara was a necessity. In both the 20s and 30s, a unique nail painting practice took place. Only the center of the nail was painted, leaving the tip and the half moon by the cuticle bare. And here's an example of a fingernail with a bare tip and a bare half moon with the center painted. By the 1930s, the paint was going all the way to the tip. The 1940s were known as the golden age of cosmetics. The first non-smear lipstick was introduced, and pink took over the prominent red. Liquid foundations combined with loose powder were used for a more natural look, but heavy brows and dark eyeliners defined the 50s. The early 1970s women were sporting a much more natural look. If you seemed you had no makeup on at all, then your goal was reached. The disco era of the late 70s changed the look dramatically, with heavy applications of cosmetic product, the use of metallics, and the smoky eye was invented. The 80s were bold and fun, with color choices that didn't exist before. Lipstick as well as eyeshadows were dark and shimmery. The 90s were all about the glitter, nudes, neutrals, and perms. The 2000s brought an even more natural-looking cosmetic application with the most extreme evident in nail art and haircut and colors. Today, tan skin, manicured nails, and whiter-than-white teeth are expected cosmetic enhancements. The global love affair with cosmetics has posed questions about the safety of the products offered. Cosmetics have come a long way from coal and oil, but there is still a lot of work to be done. Due to scarcely updated cosmetic regulations, there should be a careful examination of the products before application. For example, in the past years, cosmetic companies tested their products on animals to evaluate new cosmetic formulas for human safety. It is legal in the United States to employ this practice. However, many consumers are appalled with the practice. As a result, animal testing-free designations can be found on many product descriptions, such as these. We have all of these logos that can be found on makeup wrappers to find out if they are free of animal testing. There are 3 widely used cosmetic additives that have been proven to cause adverse reactions to many consumers. Parfum, which triggers many allergies, parabens, which are derived from crude oil and linked to breast cancer, and formaldehyde, which is a chemical preservative that preserves flesh of deceased biological matter that has cancer-causing agents. These are only a few of the items found in of the cosmetics from behind or in front of the counter. Consumers need to be made aware of the potential risks of applying these products so that they are more informed. Cosmetics, with their uses and compositions, have been modified and specialized to meet the definition of beauty. The world's appreciation for the socially acceptable and aesthetically pleasing appearances have prompted and propelled the use of cosmetics throughout history. Even with the risks that may come with the usage of new formulas and compounds, the consumers seem to timelessly be fascinated with the mystique and allure of applied perfection. Thank you.